Arsenal Fans Focus TV show. With me, I've got my mate again. All right, my co-partner, Jake. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
By the way, Happy New Year to you, mate.
And to you, mate. And to
Happy
you.
New Year to everyone else out there who's watching. Appreciate it. Do us a favor, guys, before we do start. Can everyone please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button, tell your friends about it. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be diving in, and we're just going to be talking generally about the Villa game.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about Arsenal's last, I think, 8 games. I don't want to talk about it, but Arsenal has had absolutely tremendous December. If I'm honest, all right, we had some blips. We had a little bit of blips. Some people call it. Some people say, "Oh, Arsenal's starting to bottle it." But when you think about it, all right, Arsenal beat Brentford 2-0. Then we went to Villa. Villa beat us 2-1. Okay, people were starting to say, "Look, here comes the blip." Then Arsenal played away a Champions League against Bruges. We beat them 3-0. Then we went to then Wolves came to Arsenal. That's when people were saying, "Oh, lucky Arsenal," because people were scoring 2 own goals. Well, in fact, there was 3 goals and Arsenal never scored any of them. This is what people were moaning about. This is Arsenal's blip. Arsenal's starting to wobble, mate. I don't call that a wobble. This is to become a champions in the league. All right, you have to grind games out. Would you agree, Jake?
Yeah, 100%. Most of the best, most of the teams that win the title, they win the games that they're not playing well. And to be fair, I don't think we're anywhere near our best at the minute, or for the last month or so. And we have been grinding out performances. It hasn't been pretty at all. And some of the results could have gone a different way, but we've managed to grind it out with the strength and depth we have in the squad.
Do you remember, Jake, when people used to criticize Arsenal back in 22, 23, when they were playing sexy football, beautiful football, attacking football, but you're not gonna, but you ain't gonna win the league like that. Do you remember when they were doing that?
Well, maybe we've learned that lesson in a way, and I think a lot of those games in December, the previous season were games that we dropped points. And I think in all those games, we've turned it around and done well, except for the little blip at Villa, which was a last-minute job, which can happen in football. And you've got to give credit to Villa as well. They're playing great at the minute, and they were on a hell of a run. Yeah. But as far as we're concerned, we're grinding out results. It's not great. We've got it on the edge of our seats, and it is stressful at times. But 3 points at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. That was 3 points. Arsenal beating Wolves 2-1. Then we went to Everton. All right. Then again, all right, Arsenal grind out another 1-0 win. Yeah. Then we went to Then obviously we played Crystal Palace in the League Cup.
Yeah.
Obviously it was 1-1. We went straight to penalties, and we got them out. If I remember that day, bruv, I tell you what, they were great penalties.
Yeah, they. It was only to that. Unfortunate, the guy that got the own goal for them, he's obviously stepped up and missed again. But
mate, something? You know something? You've got to have balls to do that.
100%.
You've got to. Do you know what I mean? Even though you miss a penalty, mate. Do you know what I mean?
The amount of chances we had in the first half in that game specifically, and the way we conceded right last second of the game, for us to then step up and go, no, you're not taking this from us. We're going to the semi-final, which is great. And we seem to be weathering a lot of storms at the minute, especially Villa at home, which we'll obviously get into in a minute.
Going to get to that. But from then, all right, from the Crystal Palace game, then we played Brighton 2-1 at Arsenal, beat them 2-1. Now and then, from then, all right. I mean, people again. That was a slow start, if I remember.
Yeah.
In the first half, Arsenal never went into gear, but second half again, Arsenal started to come into gear, come into their own. Then the big one. Now, this is where everyone thought Arsenal was going to lose this one. All the pundits, all the opposite fans, they were saying Villa's going to beat Arsenal 2-0, 3-0. Arsenal's wobbling. Arsenal's now going to have to. Arsenal's under pressure. Arsenal's going to be. You know what I mean? They're going to be faltering now. This is when City come back into their own. City's great at this. City's been there. And what happened? Arsenal beat them 4-1. All right. Now put that in your pipe and smoke it. Do you know what I mean?
It could have been different though, Pat. And that's one thing I will credit Arteta with is I look forward to half time because he does get them in, and the boys seem to come out with a totally different attitude and totally different hunger in the second half, and I think that showed at Villa because we could quite easily been 2-3-0 down. With some of the
Villa didn't take their chances. Arsenal once again, we started slow. Yeah, we did. Okay. Yeah. But okay, Villa had a couple of 2 or 3 chances. So did Arsenal in the first half. But all right, if you're saying Villa edged it a bit in the first half, okay, fine. Villa edged it in the first. All right.
Yeah.
But again, it takes champions.
Yeah.
Again, to grind these things out. They came out. They went in second half. I personally feel that Mikel Arteta literally ripped them apart. He ripped them apart.
He's very good at getting the players focused again on what they need to do, and we always seem to come out from half time just on it. And
one of the things with Arsenal as well, and I've always said this, all right? Arsenal, before Arteta, he was very cautious, very cagey. I wouldn't say Arteta, the players, when they came out, they were very cagey, very nervous. When Arsenal literally go at a team, I mean, in their face, don't give them time on that ball.
Yeah.
All right? Make them make mistakes. Arsenal are lethal. There ain't no other team can do that to Arsenal. Better than Arsenal can do that to an opposition team. And they have been starting to do that. And that was against Villa. Now, what I'm trying to say is that there was a lot riding on that game.
Yeah.
There was a hell of a lot riding on that game. Number one, City was 4 points? Were they 4 points behind us then?
Yeah.
Yep, City were 4 points behind us. Villa was 6 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Villa 3 points.
No, sorry, my bad. Villa was 3 points.
Yeah.
Villa was 3 points. No, sorry, let's get this right. City was 2 points.
Yeah, Villa was 3 points.
And Villa was 3 points.
Yeah.
This was a massive game. This was a FA Cup final. This was a World Cup final. Do you know what I mean?
Not that I care about Villa, but I think, do you know what they messed up with? I think McGinn. I think they should have started McGinn, but not that I'm bothered. I'm happy that he didn't start. But we seem to be learning our lessons of the last couple of years, and hopefully the boys are going to be focused on getting the job done. But I think we are. I think even Bournemouth, which we'll obviously speak about later again, it's just we know what we need to do, and we are achieving our goals. Whether it's not, as I said, it's not pretty at all at the minute. But when we want to turn it on, we can, and we can destroy teams when we turn it on. And that Villa second half, obviously Tottenham game, there's been glimpses of when we want it, we can go and get it with both hands. And
does this team show you from last year, has it matured?
100%.
Mentally, physically?
Yeah, 100%. I think as I said before, we've learned our lessons. We know Arteta's always been risk averse in the way he plays. But I think some of his decisions over the most recent games, I was earlier in the month, in December, I wasn't too happy with some of the subs he was making. But if he's getting the 3 points at the end of the day, we cannot complain. But I just feel like obviously the teams around us are having a terrible time at the minute, which is great. But hopefully our blip is us just not playing well, rather than losing points, if that makes sense. Because as I said, we're not setting the world alight at the minute. We did in the second half against Villa, don't get me wrong. But yeah, we're not at our strongest, I don't think.
You just said that we're not setting the world alight. Could you tell me what is your setting the world alight look like?
I just think that we are conceding a lot more chances than we usually do. I feel like our defence is not that we're this like clean cut chances, but even against Bournemouth, obviously Gabriel was sloppy with that pass. He never does that, so he can do that all day, and obviously he made up for it later on in the game. But there has been some times where Villa cut us open right through the middle. We never really see that, and there's been a couple of games. What was the other one? That I think Villa, when I went to Villa away, again, ball straight through the middle, and there was a bit of I'd say maybe a bit of a balance issue, but I think that's slowly sorting itself out with the form of Odegaard, Rice, and Zubimendi, which have been vital over the last 3 or 4 games. That continuity and that balance in that midfield, I think that's really helped us. But my point is, I just don't think we're anywhere near our best at the minute. Not necessarily playing horrendously badly or anything like that. We're still getting the results, and I think
a lot of teams. Let's put it this way: a lot of teams are playing a lot worse than Arsenal, Liverpool,
100%.
right? But they're not getting their criticisms as much as Arsenal. City, they're not getting that much criticisms from others, from the punters, from other rival fans.
You can hear it in the commentating when,
of course, you can.
Commentators on our games. It's like the Bournemouth game. It's like no commentator, I can't remember, Bill Leslie or whatever, is absolute joker. Just everything was negative against us. Everything was.
Of course, listen,
but I don't expect anything less.
I'm going to ask you, and I think I might have asked you before. Why is it that Arsenal is hated so much? Now, I know people say it's because of the fans, because we're deluded. Hey, I'm enjoying the ride, pal. What do you think it is? I'm loving it, by the way. I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. I think half of it is we have had a struggle for the last however long as far as not winning the big trophies.
Have we struggled? Have we really struggled? Or we
haven't won a Prem since 2004.
Well, it's not struggling, is it? It's not one for trying, is it?
Of course.
Because you got to remember as well.
I think everyone hates Arteta.
Yep, they do. Even Arsenal, some Arsenal supporters, a minority, but they're loud.
Yeah. No, I'm talking not. Yeah, there is a few Arsenal fans as well, but generally speaking, I think Arteta's not well liked. I think we're like a Man United to a degree, where it's us against the world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I embrace it. I embrace every single minute. I mean, look what happened when Arsenal played Sunderland. Oh, here they go. Here comes the bottlers. They're now bottling it. They're wobbling. They're now scared. They're all, you name all their affirmations or whatever. Okay, they start to throw on Arsenal. Well, Arsenal dropped them a big clanger against Sunderland. So the City of Light is one of the hardest places to go to.
100%.
Player. To get a result.
And teams, they're undefeated against,
and they're undefeated at home. Now, you had all the narratives from these pundits, all the narratives from these fans and fans that are against Arsenal. Now,
but do you know what they're going to say when we do win it?
What?
About time you won it.
What?
We won't get our praise
I don't care. I really don't care. But what's getting me? They came out with all those negatives against Arsenal. We drew 2-2. Oh, Arsenal dropped it. Arsenal dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, 2-2. Now, City played Sunderland.
Yeah. And they found
it. All right. They played them Sunderland, right?
Did you see what the Sunderland manager said?
Sorry?
Did you see what the Sunderland manager said?
Not yet. But what I want to say first, before you do say that, I want to say is this. What did they say about City? When City dropped the ball, in fact, City never even scored up there. It was a 0-0 draw. What did they say? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. They said nothing about City's game. Nothing. But when it came to Arsenal scored 2 up there. Yes, we should have won it. I totally believe we should have won it. But it was all the negative narratives out there.
They'll always get their grace period, though, because of Pep and the fact that he has chased us down before and done the business, to be fair. That's why they love that. They want everyone else wants that to happen in this league.
Of course they do. Everyone wants Arsenal to lose.
But like Arteta said, we can only concentrate on ourselves.
And that's the fact. And the thing about it, you got all these pundits as well. Oh, it's Arsenal's to lose. Oh, it's Arsenal's this year. Let's see if Arsenal can do it. All they're trying to do, they're trying to build up Arsenal, put the pressure on Arsenal, so they got their negative narrative waiting, just waiting. Their pencils are sharpened, waiting to write that story. 100%. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
And that is the reason why I totally believe.
Yeah.
This is Arsenal season. This is Arsenal season. This is it. Look, I mean, again, how did you think the whole game, how did you feel about the whole game?
Well, when I come and spoke to you before the game outside, I was a bit nervous, especially when we heard the news about Rice and obviously what a massive player he is for us. I think I did say 3-0 or 3-1, but I was probably lying to myself a little bit. That was more hoping rather than what I probably thought was going to happen. First half was really cagey. Obviously, I think Watkins missed a sitter. Obviously, Gyökeres had a couple of headers that he maybe should have done a bit better. But apart from that, I thought Villa probably edged it. I think Onana was massive for them in that midfield. And him coming off at half-time, I think, was the big change. But like I said, I love the fact that Arteta gets him in at half-time and the boys come out possessed. And that second half, that first, well, what was it, 20 minutes or 25 minutes where we got the 4 goals. Obviously, that first goal was unbelievable, and obviously the roof went off the Emirates then. And then, yeah, just attack after attack after attack. And Villa couldn't handle us at all.
Arsenal should play every game, do you think? Or should they assess every game because they can't attack?
From the other day, a lot of games this season, I think we have got a lot to do with it. The fans, I know it sounds a bit far-fetched, but it's like Spurs. You cut the atmosphere with a knife against Spurs, and we absolutely destroyed them. Villa again, yeah, it was a bit cagey in the first half, but we were always behind the boys, and it was a hell of an atmosphere. And a lot of these games, I do think we're helping get across the line. Obviously, they're on the pitch doing the job, but just as far as like atmosphere was concerned, I think, yeah, that and Spurs this season was bang on.
So are you saying that if the fans have got a lot to play in this?
I think so. I think the 2 best performances we had, the fans have been right up for it. Spurs and Villa. Hopefully again on Thursday against Liverpool. But yeah, the boys, hats off to the boys, because that second half performance, Trossard was unbelievable, and I think he could have gone in the summer and look at his form now and what he's doing for us.
Do you think Trossard is a underrated player for the Arsenal?
Underappreciated, yeah.
Underrated player for Arsenal.
Yeah. If he went in the summer, I wouldn't have been. Well, it depended on who came in for him, but the fact that he stayed and
proving his
worth, and he's made that left wing position his own, really. Especially but I think it's the competition as well. When Martinelli's doing so well in the Champions League for us, Leo's probably our best player on the left wing and probably one of our better finishers of that club. And that finish for his 3rd goal was unbelievable.
We talk a lot about the outfield players, but I want to talk about David Raya for a minute.
What a save!
Not just what a save. I mean, he has his. Let's be honest. He does have his moments when he sometimes just switches off, or when he's passing that wrong ball in front of the goal, and things like that. But
I think he's cut that over the last couple of seasons. I feel like I've seen that less this season.
I'm trying to think back to a time when he did cut off. I can't remember the game where we switched off. Was it? Oh no, it wasn't Bournemouth. It wasn't the Bournemouth game. It was some other game. Anyway, but we'll get back into that. But what's What's Villa's goalkeeper? Martinez. Did you just talk about him a minute for a sec? Did you see the way he tried to rub his nose in the Arsenal supporters' faces in the tunnel when he was doing the warm up?
Yeah, but I don't expect anything. Like he's a clown. Like.
Do you know, I was never against him.
Why would you do that there?
I was never against him, but honestly, I hate him for it. And
then he got his comeuppance, didn't he?
Exactly. I'm so glad.
Out for the Gabriel goal.
I'm so glad we did. I'm so glad we punched those 4 goals in.
And he was getting pelted. He was getting pelters all game.
And you know, would you say? I'm going to ask you this now. Would you say Raya is the best goalkeeper in the world?
I think if he wins us this league,
all right. He's got to win us the league for you before you can call him the best goalkeeper in the world. Is that what you're saying?
I'm biased, so I'm going to say I watch him obviously week in, week out, and some of the saves he makes are absolutely unbelievable. But it'd be hard to look past Donnarumma as a keeper. But I think Raya's got more strings to his bow than Donnarumma.
Right. Donnarumma right now is a great goalkeeper.
Yeah.
You tell me a save that he's pulled off this season can match
nothing. Some of the saves, there's nowhere near as far as.
Then don't put him in the same category. He's not. He's not in the same category.
But when we played PSG last year,
yeah. That was last season. I'm asking you, is David Raya right now? I'm gonna forget about last season. Last season, yeah. What's his name again? David Ruma. Donnarumma.
But he was the difference between us.
He wasn't in the Premier League. He wasn't in the Premier League.
But as far as Premier League, then on current form, then Raya's the best keeper in the world.
Right. Okay. Fine. Now, would you go as far as say? I'm moving on from David Raya to David Raya. Gabriel, right now, is the best central defender in Europe and in the world.
Yes, I probably would for the influence he has defending and obviously on our set pieces as well. There's no one in the world. Everyone knows we are going to put it on Gabriel's head and no one can stop him. No one can stop him. Whether he gets the goal or he nods it down to somebody else, you're not stopping him. Everyone knows what he's doing. He stands in front of everyone. We've got our players to the left who come in and do... But we are very clever with our set pieces. Like Saliba will block someone so Gabriel can do it. Timber will block someone so Gabriel can do it. And we do it week in, week out. So it is very impressive, our set pieces.
And I'm going to ask you, how did you feel when he made that mistake against Bournemouth?
I was in shock, to be honest. Because when you're watching it live, it was just like, how have you not seen that player? And I think the commentators curse as well.
It looks like he was in two minds, whether to pass it back to the goalkeeper or to pass it to.
I think he didn't scan properly, and I think he just thought Saliba was there. And the commentator went, "Oh, Evan Nilsson hasn't scored all season."
It looked like to me he was in two minds. He wanted to either pass it back to the goalkeeper or pass it to Saliba, but then he realised.
But to be fair, 10 minutes later, was it even 10 minutes later?
Yeah, but no, 5.
But he's done that before. He's made a mistake in a game and he's made up for it. I think it's like 3 or 4 times he has done that. Where I can't remember.
What did he bring to a team?
Leadership, strength. Just we know he's not there when he's. As I said before, I think we've had this conversation before about the difference between Saliba and Gabriel. I think they're both at the top of their game. They're both probably one of the best defenders, if not best partnership in the world. But the additional thing that Gabriel gives you is the leadership. He makes everyone around him better. Look what he did for Lewis Skelly's career last season. Do you know what I mean? And it's that sort of leadership. You can't. There's no way you can buy that or put that into a player. That's natural. And as I said, he makes mistakes before. He takes it on the chin, and he'll go and change the game. He'll go score a goal for us or create. So yeah, I love him. He's we're blessed to have probably two of the best centre backs in the world. So yeah, unbelievable.
Sorry, mate. Our connection just.
Am I that bloody boring? I was getting all soppy about Gabriel, and you just.
Did you see what? Did you see me, or did you?
No, you disappeared. I was getting all soppy about Gabriel, and you just left me on my own.
No, mate. It just said connection got disconnected. Do apologise. Say that again, mate.
No, just like I said, Gabriel's the man, and hopefully we can just keep him fit because I think he came off late at Villa, so I was predicting the worst for Bournemouth. But yeah, again, he's just a machine. He takes his recovery so seriously, and I think you can see with all the players just dying to get back into this team to try and help us win this title. So buzzing. We're very blessed with our defence, so very happy.
Again, do you remember Saliba done an absolute what was it? A tackle, not a tackle, but it was more of a he got the ball just when what's his name?
Was about to tap it in. Yeah. That was massive. I was right. I was right at that end.
What a touch!
Unbelievable.
What a touch!
Unbelievable. I was expecting him. It was a tap in for Watkins. So for him to get that foot, you didn't see many defenders doing that. So
you don't, because I mean, doing that sort of thing, 95% is that you're going to hit that. You're going to hit that attacker's feet, and that's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, but that's not the first time he's done that either. He's done that.
No, absolutely.
But that's with his pace as well. That gets him out of situations.
So you're saying that he is a different baller when Gabriel's there?
I think Gabriel at the back helps everyone out rather than.
Yeah, but I'm talking more specifically when Gabriel's missing.
As a partnership, they're untouchable. They are absolutely untouchable. There's no. I can't think of any other one that are even close. Diaz and Guardiola, not really. I can't think of anyone else close. PSG centre backs, maybe Marquinhos is a very good player, but nowhere near the standard of them two.
Could you think of when Arsenal have their back four, and I'm talking Calafiori, I'm talking Gabriel, I'm talking Saliba, I'm talking Timber, and I'd even throw White in there as well. When Arsenal have that back four, whoever, whether it's Timber or White, do you think there's a better back four in Europe right now?
No. I was so glad to have, especially against Bournemouth as well, I was so glad to have that back four back together because they give us the platform to win games. That back four just gives us the platform to win games. So when they're at the back, I just feel a lot more. I feel like we're just going to go on and win the game, to be honest.
What about? Okay, well, what about? I want to move on to. Let's bring in Odegaard. What's going on with him?
I don't know. He's banged his head or something. I don't know. He's had flashes of what he can do, but he's definitely finding that consistency now.
Where's he been? Where has he been?
He has been he has had a dip of form, but something's clicked with him, and I think it's the balance of Rice and Zubimendi as well.
Yep, absolutely.
Rice against Bournemouth was a lot more attacking, and it was Odegaard and Zubimendi sitting. And obviously, Odegaard dropped all the strings, but I think that, as I said, that balance in midfield. But we will talk about Eze later on, so I think that needs to be discussed as well.
Yeah.
But he is unbelievable. That pass he put through to Zubimendi, just that straight pass. You never see like straight passes like that. Perfect weight on it. Zubimendi just had to put it in the corner.
The weight,
obviously, the goal we got against Brighton as well. But that weight, the play.
Yeah, the weight of that pass was not too hard, not too soft. That was perfect for Zubimendi.
But that's my dream of him doing that to Gyökeres. Passes like that to Gyökeres. Gyökeres will eat that up all day and just smash it. Do you know what I mean?
But let's just stick with let's just stick with Erdegaard for a sec, okay? Erdegaard now, I mean, everyone knows he's intelligent. He's very good with the ball.
Yeah.
He knows he's very good scanning where a player is. He knows what certain players are gonna do before they even do it.
I think his decision making is a lot better. He's always had the quality of the ball and his touch, but it's always been, was that pass the right pass to make? Or, to be fair to him, there was one time against Villa where he had the ball and Arteta's completely lost his head because Saka was free and Odegaard was facing him, was about to pass to him so Saka could have a one-on-one, and he's turned back on himself and then gone to the left-hand side, and Arteta completely lost his head. I've never seen Arteta like that, where he was flying his arms around, shouting at his staff, going, "What are we doing? What are we doing?" So stuff like that, I think he needs to get out of his game, because I think we need to. Our wingers are the best when they're one-on-one, and then they can do the damage down the line and pull it back.
They are absolutely.
But yeah, generally speaking, Odegaard's gone up a level, and his decision making is back to his best. He just seems a lot more busier, and his confidence as well. I think he's got his confidence back after that goal at Brighton.
Where does that leave Eze?
I'm worried about Eze. That's 4 games.
I'm big time worried about him. Now that guy, I don't think he's warrant any reason for him to be on that bench at the moment. I really don't, because you've got to remember when Erdegaard was out, he deputized for Erdegaard. He scored. I think he's got 5 goals. He scored 3 against the Scums. You know, he got one against Palace.
Yeah, I think the game that did it, because I was at Villa Park. I think he let Matty Cash go for the goal.
But you see, you can't blame him for that. That's not.
I think Arteta has.
Well, Arteta should not be blaming him for that. That was Calafiori's fault. Calafiori was out of position. Calafiori was in the middle. That was Calafiori's fault.
But I think Arteta's come out and said, "Look, Eze's doing some great stuff, and then he's doing some not so good stuff."
Yeah, and that's tracking back.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, but I mean,
that's getting used to the side, and I think there's going to be a lot of games in January. He'll start against Portsmouth. He'll probably start in the Champions League against Karat. Do you know what I mean? So there's games here for him, but you've got to say Arteta's right in the way, and obviously with Odegaard's form as well. Like I said before, I think if Odegaard's fit, he starts.
Everyone in the chat, what do you think? Do you think Eze, it's a worrying time for Eze, or should Eze just wait for his chance, which he did when Erdegaard was out, and he played absolutely brilliantly well? Would you blame him for the goal against when we lost against Villa, the 2-1? Would you blame him for that? Let me know what you think in the chat.
He'll turn it around. Eze will turn it around. He's got that. He looked pissed off the other day. That's the first time I've seen him look pissed off. But you're going to be if you're 4 times in the bed,
because you want to be a part of it. You're thinking to yourself, what else do I have to do now? All right, let's move on to Zubimendi. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you what, that guy has gone under the radar, not for Arsenal fans, maybe for some Arsenal fans, but for the whole media, for the whole industry, because at the end of the day, what that guy is doing for Arsenal right now, he's making Declan Rice look a much different player. He's making Erdegaard look a much different player. Yeah. He's scoring goals. He's tackling. Yeah. The guy's his passing ability is phenomenal. Yeah. His awareness.
These are the signings that obviously you've got your Gyökeres and your Ezes, but these are the sort of signings that do win you the league.
Yeah.
And they get he's going under the radar at the minute. There's one thing I would like for him to cancel out, and he has over the last couple of games, he has made a couple of sloppy passes where he's just booted it out of play, or but I'm not going to get on his back too much because he's been unbelievable for us.
What do you mean by booting it out of play?
Just like sloppy passes, and a couple of times he got caught against Bournemouth as well. But I'm not. That's going to happen with the way Bournemouth press.
Yeah, and don't forget as well, he's getting used to this league
as well.
Because this league here is a lot quicker league than
high pace.
The La Liga league is
yeah,
controlled.
as I said, he's been solid for us. And again, we like that game against when Odegaard got injured and he came on and he completely changed the game. I think that was Forest. Was it Forest? There was one game where Odegaard got injured early doors and the balance wasn't right. It was Rice, Eze and Odegaard in midfield. It just didn't work. Zubimendi came on, changed the game completely for us. And the other team couldn't have a sniff. I'm pretty sure it was Forest. But yeah, unbelievable signing. What a number 6 he is. And he frees up Rice, and Rice just looks like a fucking Rolls Royce, mate. He's unbelievable.
You talk about Rice now. Carry on, mate, because I was just about to say, right, let's talk about Rice.
You cannot tell me there's no better midfielder in the world.
There isn't. Let me ask you this. Is he the perfect all-rounder player in football today? And what do I mean by that? Playing at the back, defender, playing in the midfield. He can play, obviously, on the wide. He can play in attack. The guy scores goals. The guy can tackle. The guy can header. He's strong. He's physical.
Yeah.
Would you say?
I can't think of even a player in our glory days. It's like he's Vieira-esque. Do you know what I mean? But he's his own sort of man. He's his own sort of player. I feel like he's a mix of like Vieira, Yaya Toure, all these amazing players. He's just got the best attributes and he's everywhere. He's like when you think there's no one coming back to defend, he just comes out of nowhere, galloping in and just takes the ball off somebody, and then he's at the other end creating something. And I love those 2 goals against Bournemouth. That's what I want to see him doing. He's putting himself in the right position. That is Arsenal when we're doing that with our wingers, playing the ball back, and then you've got Rice on the edge of the box just slotting it. But he is on another level, and if he wins this league for us, I think he's got to be up there for the Ballon d'Or.
Would you say he's a better midfielder? I'm going to bring out 2 players. Would you say he's a better midfielder? And everyone in the chat, I want you to answer this question for me, please. Let me know. Would you say he's a better midfielder than Yaya Toure was? Hang on. Or is he a better midfielder than? I had his name in my. His name just come off my head. He used to be Liverpool's captain.
Gerrard.
What do you say to that? I say yes, he is. I think he is.
I think he's a mix. I think he's a mix of all of them. I think he bases his game a lot on Yaya Toure. I think was a massive fan of Yaya Toure and what he does.
100% he was.
And you can see it in the way he plays. But I think Rice is he's got that extra 5% on a lot of these players in their attributes. Obviously, Gerrard was grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck.
What was the name of that old? He used to play for Liverpool and he's a Scottish guy. Graham Souness.
Yeah.
Graham Souness. I remember because he's got nothing good to say about Arsenal. He has He's got nothing to say good about Arsene Wenger. He's got nothing to say about Arsenal's players, about Arsenal itself. Now he turned around and says, because someone was saying how good at the time, how good Wright was at the time, world class. And he turned around and said, you can't call him world class. He can't call him world class because he hasn't got goals. He hasn't got any goals to his name to call him world class or being consistent. Bruv, he's now showing you that he's world class now, isn't he? He's now putting you.
To be fair, I think Rice needs more goals. Listen, he's
getting there. Listen, come on, man, give the guy credit, bruv. Give the guy credit, man. The guy's giving it to you. What else do you want?
But he's doing everything else. Do you know what I mean?
He's scoring goals. Is he scoring goals?
Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Is he helping out at the back when he's at the back?
Yes.
Yeah. Is he doing tackles? Is he doing tremendous tackles?
Yes.
Is he running up and down that field?
Non-stop.
Right. Bro, what else do you want me? What else do you want the guy to do? Okay, so you're saying
the fucking Premier League title. That's all.
Okay, that's what you want. Is the Premier League title? All right, then. But to me, he is what you call an all-rounder. An all-rounder.
As well, because
the only place
in Bournemouth. Go on, sorry.
I think the only place where Arsenal need to play him, give him to call him an all-rounder, stick him in goal.
Yeah, he needs a chance in goal.
Let's see what he can do in goal. Give him a chance in goal, then. You know what I mean? But for now,
fair, he hasn't played left back for us. He can do a job left back.
Mate, you know about that, bro. I think he'll take care of that as well. Listen, the guy
he's a level above, and I think I've always loved Saka, and I thought Saka's always been our best player, but Rice is our best player.
Where do you compare Rodrick to him now, to Rice?
Rodri only won that Champions League Ballon d'Or because he scored that winner in the Champions League. Oh, don't get me wrong, he's a hell of a player, Rodri, but he's nowhere near what he was, unfortunately.
Right. And I don't think he's anywhere near Rice.
But Rice at the minute, there's no one touching him. There is no one touching him in this league. In Europe, there's no one near him at the minute. Vitinha is a different type of player. I do love Vitinha from PSG, but Rice is everything you want in a midfielder. And yeah, it's like that knee problem he's got. That's the only worrying thing. That obviously the swelling's come down. He couldn't play against Villa.
But he can't be that bad, bro, because he done a skid when he scored the goal.
Yeah, I was worried. But yeah, I think we're going to have to manage him well, because if his knee starts swelling up all the time, we need him in this running now. We can't have.
Well, I'll tell you what would you say? Play him against Liverpool. The next game we've got, I'm going to tell you right now, the next game we've got after Liverpool is Bournemouth. All right? Sorry, Portsmouth. Well, yeah, in the FA Cup. Leave him out?
100%.
Leave him out?
100%.
I totally agree. All right? What about in the semi-finals?
No, he'll play against Chelsea.
Okay, fine. So so you wouldn't leave him out for that then, no?
No. I want the League Cup.
Okay.
I think that will get us. I think that will get us right on our way. And to be fair, when was the last time? 91.
Something like that, mate. Yeah. But don't rub it in. Don't rub it in. But it is what it is.
I want it all. But I think that will get us on our way.
Okay, fine. Okay. So how did you feel when Gabriel Jesus came back?
Do you know the first thing I thought? I just felt really bad for Gyökeres, because I thought Gyökeres was trying so bloody hard.
He's trying hard, yeah.
And then 30 seconds later, Jesus has come on, fucking scored, took his top off and ran over. 55
seconds.
So, unbelievable finish. Unbelievable to have that sort of composure. But I felt like, yeah.
Is it because Gabriel, he knows the league and Gyökeres doesn't?
Gabriel Jesus on his day, remember when he first came to us? Some of the stuff he was doing, and if he can get close to that again, and obviously we've got Havertz coming back as well. Yeah, we haven't got like a ruthless number 9, but we've got 3 very, very, very good strikers at the minute, and we've got a lot of games coming up. So I bet we're going to see different striker over the next couple of months, over the next couple of games. Obviously, with Havertz coming back, what he can bring. But I think he will stick with Gyökeres quite a bit.
All right, we're talking about Gabriel, but now you've jumped onto let's stay with Gyökeres.
Okay,
because it's been getting a hell of a lot of stick. Some might be right. A lot of it's wrong.
It's just the numbers. It's the number. If you watch him over 90 minutes, he fucking runs his heart out for us. But there is situations where he can help himself, and we can help him a bit more with the positions that he gets in. It should be Gyökeres coming on the edge of the box, not Rice. Do you know what I mean? In that sort of situation. Obviously, he was unlucky against Villa with a couple of headers. Bournemouth, he was.
Hang on. Let's not jump the gun here. You're jumping the gun too quick on me, mate. Because I want to analyze what you just said there. You talked about the 2 headers that he did. The first one, he should have scored. He should have got that one. There is no if, no buts about it.
I think the only thing you could say about the first one.
The first one, it was
blocked him.
The first, yeah, okay, fine. You could say that. I might give you that, but I do believe he should have literally even got that on target. The second one, it was a more difficult one because he was literally diving.
Yeah.
That's
the positive you've got to take from it, is that he's getting in these positions.
Right. And now, let me ask you this. Okay? Why is it now a new player come from a different country, different league? Why aren't they getting time to bed in?
I think because the amount of goals he scored.
It's still a different league, different environment, different teammates.
100%, I agree, and I think it will click at some point. But if you're coming from a club, even Sunday League level, you've come from a club and you're scoring 50 goals. And
he's doing better than Tesco's.
Every little helps.
Do you know what I mean? He's doing a lot better than Tesco's at the moment.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot better than and even though he's
you say that,
he's done a lot better than what
I think they've got the same amount of Prem goals, mate.
Who?
I think Sesko's only.
I don't think Tesco's has got. I don't think Tesco's scored 5 goals.
No, I think Sesko's got 3.
Right, Tesco's has got 3. He's got 5.
Yeah, but come on, there's not a lot of difference in that.
I don't give a monkeys, pal. But no one's having a go at Tesco's as much as they have.
United fans are having a go at Tesco.
Come on, we got to understand this. Come on.
United fans are slating Tesco. Don't go.
Listen, the end of the day, I have not seen pundits slate Tesco's as much as they're slating Gyökeres. They're even the pundits are even saying to Arteta, it's now time to drop. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Who are you to tell that he's got to be dropped? You know why? You know why they want to see? Look, you see, this is what you've got to think what pundits are saying. All right, you spent 56 million or whatever on him. You've been crying out for a number 9. You've been crying out for a number 9. Now he's not. Now he's not playing that well. Drop him, because what they're trying to do, they're trying to sharpen they're looking for narratives.
Of course.
Do you understand what I'm saying? They're looking for narratives so they can rub it in Arteta's face. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you bought a dud, you bought a failure. Oh, what a disaster, blah, blah, blah. So that's why I say Arteta, that's what I like about Arteta. Ignore him. Because Arteta knows exactly what these pundits and all these other people are coming out. Oh, he needs to be dropped now.
To be fair to Gyökeres, though, I don't think it phases him. I don't think he gives a shit.
I hope it doesn't, because you got to remember, okay, players take time if they come from another league to play in the Premier League. The Premier League is the hardest league.
If he wins this league and he scores 10 goals, no one's going to give a fuck.
No one's going to give a fuck. In fact, it's going to rub it. They are going to give a fuck. They are. But I'll tell you who's going to give a fuck. It's those pundits, because there's nothing for them to write about.
They can't say nothing, yeah.
There's nothing for them to write about, and that's what. But at the end of the day, for me, look, it's his first time in this league, all right? He's getting used to his players, all right? He's got to get used to, because he's got to remember, the defenders in England are much quicker and much faster than those people in Portugal. And that's a fact.
And we need to do more to find him.
All right? It's not just that. It's not just that. Honestly, it's not just that. Okay? We got to remember that players in this country are much tougher, much harder, much quicker on the ball than where he was before. So give the guy some space. Give the guy some breathing space. Let the guy get used to it. Let's judge him next season.
And the pressure's been on him as well, because we haven't had a backup.
There you go.
Jesus and Havertz.
I mean, look at Havertz. When Havertz came to Arsenal, to me, he was a dud. It was biting my nails. I was pulling my hair out. I have got hair, guys. I just don't, you know what I mean? But anyway, I was pulling my hair out. But it took a penalty when Odegaard gave him the ball to get his
confidence.
Get his confidence back. Let's do the same for him. Wrap him around cotton walls, mate. He's doing a lot more than what people are seeing him doing. Yeah. For Arsenal.
But then these fuckers don't watch him for 90 minutes like we do. So that's where you got to say. But again, Bournemouth again, he did some great things as well. So it's just that when you're a striker, you're going to be judged on putting the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, but he's judged more because he's an Arsenal striker.
Of course.
He's judged more. Yeah? And that's a fact. Let's just be honest. And a lot of Arsenal supporters are jumping on the bandwagon with it. Give the guy some time. Let the guy get used to this.
Let's judge him at the end of the season.
Exactly. Exactly. So, all right, moving on from him. All right, I'm going to okay, Gabriel Makelele.
Makelele?
Huh? Martin. What did I say? Makelele. Martinelli. Martinelli. So Makelele. I love saying Makelele.
He hasn't really featured the last couple of games, obviously, because Trossard started. Obviously, he did start against Bournemouth, but I felt like a lot of the stuff was coming down Madueke's side against Bournemouth. I like him in the Champions League, to be honest. I think he's going to be our Champions League guy, to be fair.
Is that where you'll just play him, Champions League? Is that what you're saying?
That's where he's played mostly. But obviously, don't get me wrong, he's still a quality player.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't think he had much luck against Bournemouth. As I said, I think most of it was coming down the right. But again, what we needed to do was grind out and get those 3 points against Bournemouth. That could have gone the wrong way.
Now, I mean, all right. Let's talk about. We talked a bit. We did talk about Trossard. All right. Let's talk about. Noni.
Yeah. The difference, that extra 10% pace he has on Saka. That's something we don't see. Saka doesn't. In
fact, let's talk about both of them, Saka and. What are they?
I think that really stuck a Madueke start. I don't think Saka was probably expecting Madueke to start, and I think that's why he came on and did really well, Saka. So it's working in our favour. But I thought Madueke is just not that Saka's more clinical, but Madueke's more direct, and he's got.
You're saying Saka's more direct and Nuni's more.
Madueke's more direct.
Madueke's more direct, and Saka's more clinical. Have you been watching Saka when he literally takes on the players and he's running down that wing, then he cuts in, and you can see what he's trying to do, angle himself for the far corner, of that for the far corner of the goal. Now, how many times have you seen that ball skyrocket in row Z?
Quite a few times.
Right. Do you think now it's in his back of his mind? He hasn't scored the goal. He hasn't scored goals on a regular basis, so he's under pressure. Do you think he's thinking that?
I think, from him personally, probably he's probably set himself targets, and he's probably thinking I should have been a lot higher with my goals and assists at this moment in time. But I think with the squad depth we have now, he's not going to be playing as many. Before, he was playing every game, week in, week out, every 90 minutes. Even when he's absolutely tanked on the wing back in the day, he would play, and Arteta would keep him on. Now he knows a Madueke will come on for him, or a Madueke will start in his position.
Do you think that's he's lost a bit of pace, confidence because of that?
I wouldn't say so, because I thought he came on and did really well against Bournemouth, and I think again that's because Noni's performing. Noni's not very clinical at all, but what he does is he gets you in one-on-one positions on the wing, and every time he will try and beat his man. And we don't see that a lot. Look, that's what Martinelli used to do on the other side when he first came to us. He used to put his man up and take him on, get to the byline, pass back, and the amount of goals we scored from those sort of things. Saka was similar, but I think Madueke is just a bit more direct, has that bit more pace, and he's totally different to Saka in the way he builds up the play as well. You give him the ball, he will put the burners on, and he made those Bournemouth defenders look stupid. He made Semenyo look absolutely stupid, and that defender, he just turned his back. He didn't even touch the ball. He just let the ball roll through and then passed it back, obviously, for the Gabriel's first goal against Bournemouth. But I think that would be a nice little battle, Saka and Madueke, and I think hopefully it'll get the best out of them because they know they have to perform. And I think that showed with Saka coming on. He knew. maybe that'll shove a little rocket up his ass to, next game against Liverpool, he knows he has to perform because otherwise he could be off after 70 minutes and Madueke's going to come on and maybe do something different.
Okay. Well, yeah. No, I see what you're to the point. How do you feel?
Madueke had a lovely chance where he did the hard part where he cut in, and then he unfortunately put it in Rose Ed as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. How do you feel about Kai Havertz coming back?
To be fair, I'm buzzing to have him back, to be honest. I think with he'll just bring everyone else into play. And I think you'll probably see the best of Saka and our wingers, basically.
So where did that leave Gyökeres?
To be fair, I think the amount of games, because we're still in all 4 competitions.
When would you bring it? Okay, fine. Sorry, I do mean to.
I think he will. I think he'll come in against Portsmouth. Well, maybe not Martinelli, but
Trossard. I mean, Havertz.
But Havertz,
yeah.
These sort of games. The home game against Carra in the Champions League, perfect for Havertz to come back and get some minutes under his belt.
Would you give him a couple of minutes against the Chelsea?
Yeah, just to wind him up. But yeah, no. To be fair, he's going to be back fit. Obviously, we left him out against Bournemouth, which is probably a clever decision from Arteta. And we've got Jesus there as well. But again, it's a good problem to have because we've got to get Jesus minutes. We've got to get Havertz minutes. Gyökeres hopefully will step up now because he knows that he might not start against the bigger teams now. Havertz is back. And hopefully we'll be able to play in different ways. I'd like to see Havertz and Gyökeres play together potentially. I don't know how that worked with the setup of the team, but Havertz might be able to get the best out of Gyökeres. You never know. But he's got to start building relationships with these players and hopefully he'll get the best out of Gyökeres itself. But yeah, I think these players are going to get a lot more minutes. We've got a hell of a lot of games coming up, all different competitions. And yeah, let's get this League Cup under our belt, get into the Champions League last 16 and win this fucking league, mate.
Everyone in the chat, how are you feeling about Kai Havertz coming back? How you guys feeling about so far how Arsenal's been playing? Let us know. Let us know your comments. How you feeling about for the next game? We're going to quickly talk about the Liverpool game. Everyone in the chat, what do you think the scores are going to be? Let me know what your predictions are. Do you think this is another huge, massive game for Arsenal? Is this a game that Arsenal can't lose, or they're okay in losing because they're 6 points ahead, or shouldn't drop points? Please let me know what you think in the comments, guys. How you feeling about the game, mate? Liverpool game.
Massive game again. They're so jammy, Liverpool, that I'm always worried, even though they're not in great form at all. But again, it's one of them Villa performances, Spurs performances where we need to get right behind the team, and I think the boys will be well up for it. To be fair, we need to give them some revenge for that. The 1-0. Obviously, I didn't think it was a fair result at all. Obviously, Szoboszlai hit the goal of his life with that free kick.
Do you think Arsenal should play cautious, or do you think Arsenal should literally go?
I think we've got to go gung ho. Obviously, they do have players that can hurt us, especially if Ekitike's back. That's the only worry I have with them really is Ekitike, because he is a good forward, I think. But yeah, we need to be hitting from the first minute again. If we can go 2 goals up in the first half, something like that. But Liverpool always slightly worry me because they're just jammy. But we're on the right trajectory now, where hopefully we can start putting some real good performances together that goes alongside the results of the 3 points. So yeah, we've got to take real advantage of this.
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree. And what's your score?
I want to say 2-0. 2-0 Arsenal.
I'll go for the 2-0. I'll go for the 2-0. Everyone else in the comments, please let us know what you think the scores are going to be. Do you think Arsenal will beat Liverpool? Do you think Liverpool is going to come and try and stop Arsenal? They know it's a big game too. We all know it's a big game. So please let us know what you think in the comments.
What would be your starting 11, Pat?
My starting 11, really good question. My starting 11 would obviously goalkeeper would be Raya. It will be Timber on the right, Saliba, Gabriel. Do we know if Calafiori's back? Or?
I'm not sure. Apparently, it's a bit of a weird injury. So,
well, okay, fine. If he's not there, we never spoke about Nketiah and Nketiah. What you think of? Because I think, how do you think he's played? How do you think he's doing coping so far?
He's slotted in lovely. To be fair, I love his tenacity.
But that goal that the Bournemouth guy scored, that won the goal.
Yeah.
That was a goal and a half. Nketiah left him.
Could have done better.
Could have done better. If he'd have carried on marking him, running with his marker, he would have stopped that.
Yeah.
I mean, again, so far out of 10, what are you giving him for everything?
The whole season so far, I think he's got to be at least an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give him an 8. I wouldn't take 10. I wouldn't say 10 because sometimes he has been beaten, but I'll give him an 8.
Yeah.
As well. So, but going back, if it's not him, okay, I don't know. I would give Lewis Skelly. I'll put Lewis Skelly in there on the left.
I don't.
Sorry.
I don't think you can.
Why? He's done. He's already proven that he can do it. Why
he can't. I just don't think he's had the run of games. I think you've got to play Nketiah again.
Well, you've asked me for mine. You've asked me.
I'll shut up.
All right. You've asked me, and I'm giving it to you. All right.
Yeah.
So I would put Lewis Skelly in there if Calafiori's not there. Then obviously I'm going for my midfield. I'm going for. I will go for the captains. Keep the captain in there. Keep the same 3. If I'm honest, I would definitely keep the same 3 in there. Then on the right, I'll put. On the right, I'll still have Bukayo Saka. In fact, Bukayo Saka there.
Yeah.
On the other side, you know what I do? If I'm honest. I'll put Noni Madueke.
Got to start Trossard, mate. Come on.
I'll put Noni on there. You're asking me my opinion. I'm giving it to you. Everyone else in the chat, please tell me what you think. Am I talking shit? Am I talking rubbish? Would not put him there, but I'll start Saka on the right and Noni on the left.
Yeah, if you're gonna play both of them, I'd switch them around.
You'll put Saka on the left.
Saka on the left, and I put Noni
on the right. No, I can't see him doing that, but that's mine anyway. And up front, would I start Gabriel Jesus? No, I'll still put Victor in the middle. That's my 11. What's yours? Hit it. You got a minute.
Nketiah left back, same as yours. Nketiah left back. So Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Nketiah, same midfield. Rice, Zubimendi, Odegaard. I think you've got to start Trossard.
Okay.
Perez and Saka.
Okay, all right. Who would you have as
early subs?
Who would you have as manager?
Is Ruben's free at the minute? Amarim. What about that Maresca?
Yeah, okay, I'll put Maresca in there if we can find him.
Mad what a couple of months, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's it, folks. Look. Everyone in the chat, please subscribe, please follow, please hit the like button. Guys, it ain't going to take you more than a second just to go bang, bang, bang. It really would help us out as well. Please tell your friends about the channel, Arsenal Fans Focus. We're going to try and do this on a regular basis still. Anyone's going to the Arsenal and Liverpool game, please come and see me. I do interviews every single time Arsenal play outside the Arsenal shop near the Cannon. So please come and see me. And I'm normally there 2-3 hours before the game. So it'd be nice to see some people come along and say, look, yeah, I've seen you on the podcast and tell us what you think about it. And and let us know what you think the scores is going to be. It's going to be a tough one. It is going to be a tough one. Liverpool's going to come there and try and disrupt it. I say Arsenal's got enough. Arsenal can do it. We're at home. And everyone who's watching, listening, if you go into the game, try and make the Emirates a fortress. Now, finishing off, say your last words, my mate, Jake.
Up the arse. Let's have a brilliant 2026 with lots of trophies. And yeah, roll on Thursday, mate. Roll on Thursday.
Right. All we can say now is listen, up the Gunners. Keep believing. Keep shouting. Don't care who's having a go at Arsenal. All right, because they're going to hate us anyway. Whether we win it or we don't, they're gonna still hate us. But I love it. I love when other teams hate us. Why do you want another team liking you? You don't need that. Do you know what I mean? So, guys, everyone in the chat, everyone been listening, watching in, please share the like. Please share the like. Please subscribe. Again, please. It really would help us out and everything. And tell your friends about it. So we're gonna be trying to do that on Tuesdays. And we're definitely still doing our Thursdays one. We may do one in the week before that as well. But we want to try and do it on a regular basis, guys. So thanks very much.